Chosen one, I know you think God has forgotten you. I know you think he has forgotten you, but he has not. And I know you're sitting there and you're crying and you're wondering, how long is this cycle going to continue? When are you going to see the fruits and the Baraka that you were promised? Chosen one, you've been helping everybody, right? A lot of people come around you and are blessed because that's the type of spirit you have. You carry the light. People are naturally blessed being around you. You don't even have to open your mouth. Somebody can just sit beside you and good luck just follows them. But you're stuck in cycles of lack and struggle and suffering and backstabbing and naysaying and attacks after attacks. That's all you're dealing with. And you're tired. You're tired. Nobody comes to your aid. You still continue to refresh people even though you're tired. You still show up daily, but nobody comes to refresh you. And the people who you think can trust, and the one and two people that you've let in your circle, the little chapter they've walked in, they think you're lazy when you're simply burnt out and crawling on your belly. And these very same people who are basking in your grace, who needed help, and you've helped them from places where nobody else could. They're the same ones who turn around and think that, oh, you're lazy and you're not doing enough. And these people were not in your life, nor have they done the work that you have done, or would have been able to survive what you survived. But they're the ones who are putting you down. Christians, people who call on God, people who you think would extend a little grace. And this is why, and one of the reasons why you do not even bother to share your business with people, because they're not helping you. And instead of giving you a helping hand, they left you in the pit. They left you in the pit. Right? They left you. After helping these people, after refreshing them, they left you. Right? It was Joseph who was in prison. Who remember the story of Joseph, right? When he was imprisoned for false accusations. Remember that Joseph now was a dreamer, right? The same one who his brother sold him for a few pieces of silver and sold him to become a slave. Now, Joseph was in prison in Egypt because he was falsely accused by Potiphar's wife. So remember when Potiphar's wife came onto him and his garment was left in her hand, and she used that now as evidence to say that Joseph came onto her. Now, who remembered the two officials of Pharaoh? So we had the chief cupbearer and the chief baker. They were also imprisoned, right? So one night, both men had disturbing dreams. And so now, what Joseph did, because he had the ability to interpret dreams, he interpreted their dreams. He told the cupbearer his dream of a vine, with 3 branches, right? Meant that in 3 days, the cupbearer would be restored to his position serving Pharaoh, right? And he told the baker that this dream of 3 baskets of pastries meant that in 3 days, Pharaoh would lift him up and impale his body on a pole with birds, eating his flesh. Now the outcome, just as Joseph concluded and predicted, the cupbearer was restored to his job and the baker was killed. Now, the cupbearer, however, failed to remember Joseph when he was restored, leading to Joseph to remain in prison for another 2 years until he later interpreted Pharaoh's own dreams. So I know what some of you are going through. Here you are helping people while you are being imprisoned, while you're being backstabbed, while you're constantly under spiritual attack, while nobody wants to see you win, while the world kicks you while you are down. And this is happening for years for some of you. Some of you months. Some of you are going through situations now and you're going through a particular scenario and it's been weeks. It's been tiring, exhausting. So people are going into positions, right? Places where you are also going, right? And instead of speaking well on your behalf, they're speaking against you. For example, it's a school, right? And they're hiring. You're a teacher and you have a friend also who would like to work at the same school. And say, for example, just willy-nilly speaking, just speaking, the principal would say, do you know so and so? And instead of uplifting that person and say, yes, that's a good teacher as well, I recommend her, you would tear down that person. But that person was the one who, probably would have gotten you the link to the job in the first place. You see what I'm saying? Right. Or you're in the music industry and you've helped somebody with something, right? And instead of them speaking good of your name and helping to pave the way for you, they speak down on you to block your blessings and so that people don't recommend you for shows and whatever else, or send you a rhythm or whatever. So this is what is happening. These people that you're helping are tearing you down, and so you feel like, God, when is this going to end? I am able to fix everybody's problems. I am able to do all of this for people, but people are mocking me because I'm calling on you every day, and nothing is showing up in my life. I'm tired. And so you're tired of this. You want to throw in the towel. You want to break a few glasses. You want to, just give up. But remember, do not speak ill against your blessings as well, because this is what the devil wants to do. You are being tempted and tested, and the devil wants you to use your own mouth to block your blessings, because they cannot test you otherwise. So every time you see people successful, every time people come around you and they're all of a sudden their lives take off, and you're still stuck, or it doesn't look like you're going anywhere, remember that God remembers you, and it is not his will for you to suffer. And do not live the life that he has called you to live. But remember, you walk a different path, and you are going through heavy training. The training that you're going through, nobody else is going through it, especially if you're chosen. If you're not just a regular person out there, it's hard, it's tough. And the next thing too, when the chosen have come to realize that all this materialistic thing is nothing, and it's what everybody's fighting for, all of this, is nonsense. Right? Because you're seeing what other people are not able to see, but you must strike the balance and find the balance, because you too have your goals and accomplishments and things that you desire to accomplish. So you must see to it that you accomplish them, and of course do not become complacent, right? But you really are doing your best when you really look at it, but it seems as if you're not going anywhere. God has not forgotten you. Jeremiah 29:11, one of my favorite verse. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you a hope and a future. The Lord means you well. And though the journey might be long, though it may be over 10 years, right? And it's tough because, you don't really have anyone to call on, and especially if you're chosen, you're already so misunderstood. Who's going to understand you? And not just that, because of your light, people are just waiting for the least thing about you so that they can use it to tear you down. So you can't really go to anyone but God, and it's frustrating. But stick with God. He promises to never leave you nor forsake you. Continue to pray. Stay prayed up. Stay prayerful. Stay praiseful. Stay in praise. Right? And at the right time, God will bring you your Baraka. It's not easy, my friend, I know. It's not easy. It's never easy to be in that waiting room, to be in that waiting season, right? Working so hard, and it seems that everything that you're working for is not bringing the desired results. You're doing overtime and you're not being paid for overtime. You're worth much more, but you're underpaid. But God has a plan for you, and you're tired of changing jobs too. But you just can't even save up enough to move forward. Come on, somebody, who am I talking to? Because you're not even being paid that much. So you're still stuck with the hand to mouth. It's tough. It's really tough. You're probably even a single parent, far away from family, have no support. And even those families probably do not care about it, because usually the chosen ones and the black sheep are the outcasts. You're usually thrown out there to fetch for yourselves, no help whatsoever. Right? But God sees everything. Just be more patient. Cry if you need to. Let it out, because it's not easy. When you realize that you're putting out your all and it's not accepted. You're the most loyal and honest at work, but people are doing other things to tear down your name so that they can be promoted. How many promotions passed you by? You're overqualified, but they keep putting you in the back. No matter how much good you do, they keep overlooking you. You've given that company a name, but you weren't promoted. And the people who are always late and do nothing, who cost the company the most, they're the ones being promoted. And you ask God, God, is this for real? And your heart is heavy. Pains. But what's yours cannot be for somebody else's. Pass the test. Overcome. Go through the challenges. Pray. Stay focused. Do not give up on yourself. It shall be well with you. The Lord has not forgotten you. I know you feel forgotten, but the Lord has not forgotten you. He promises to never leave you nor forsake you.